Tonight on UCentral News. New tonight, the death toll in Gaza is skyrocketing, what the Palestinian Ministry of Health is reporting at this hour. Next, still no Speaker of the U.S. House, Representative Jim Jordan failing to secure the vote for the second day in a row. Delivery person no more, Amazon unveils a new method for deliveries, and these mailmen will rarely touch the ground. Next, drama between Jada Pinkett Smith and former husband and actor Will Smith over their relationship. Will Smith has responded. Jules Black has the full social media report. Also in sports, the Thunder have been busy recently, making a trade to get more draft picks. How many are they at now? Ray Robinson is standing by with more information. And finally tonight, a firefighter preserving the history of one local fire department through its vehicles. All of this and more happening now on UCentral News.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
As you see here, Air Force One's wheels are down at the Tel Aviv airport as President Biden prepares to send a message of support to Israel and their Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government as it prepares for more actions against Hamas. Good evening, I'm Mark Lowe.
And I'm Emma Birch. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. We have some news just coming in at this hour. Israel just announced they will allow Egypt to deliver aid to the Gaza Strip. This announcement comes in the midst of Biden's visit to Israel and the recent airstrikes on a Gaza hospital. With the airstrikes intensifying, the war between Israel and Hamas rages on for the 11th day. Hamas officials said an Israeli airstrike was responsible for a blast at a hospital which killed hundreds. The Israeli military denied responsibility, blaming a rocket misfired by the Palestinian military. The death toll has risen to almost 3,500 people in the community.
A shooting this morning in a downtown Oklahoma City parking garage has left 2 injured. The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Department stated 2 people went to OU Medical Center on their own with gunshot wounds. They do not believe there is any threat to the public at this time. And it is a hot day out there in the Edmond area. It was like 60 degrees 2 days ago, and all of a sudden it's hot and I'm wearing shorts again. What happened?
I don't know. Destiny, can you get us some clarification on what's going on right now?
Yes, today was another warm day, much warmer than what we have been seeing. It was nice though, the sun was out, and there were no clouds in the sky really, and the wind wasn't blowing too strong. It was only blowing south at 6 miles per hour, and then the humidity rate is 31% currently, and then it feels like 79 degrees outside. And then moving on tonight, the temperatures will cool down a little. The clouds are going to still be out of the sky. It's going to be clear sky. The wind's going to be blowing south at 5 to 8 miles per hour, and the humidity rate will stay the same. So yes, it was much warmer than we saw on Monday, warmer than yesterday, but it looks like it's going to be cooler tomorrow. That is all I have for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for that, Destiny. On Wednesday, Republican Congressman Jim Jordan failed in his second effort to become Speaker of the House of Representatives.
The tellers agree in their tallies that the total number of votes cast is 433, of which the Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 199. The Honorable Hakeem Jeffries of the state of New York has received 212.
Jordan could only afford to lose a handful of Republican votes, but he lost a staggering 22. Jordan's second failed vote in 2 days raises questions over whether he has a viable path forward as the House remains in a state of paralysis. Without a speaker, the chamber is effectively frozen amid conflict abroad and a potential government shutdown next month. For now, Jordan says he plans to continue the fight to become speaker. And attention Amazon lovers, to find your deliveries, you'll have to start looking towards the sky. The mass delivery company announced that they will be delivering your medical prescriptions through the company by drone. Customers in College Station, Texas can now get their medicine within 60 minutes from placing their order for free. Amazon said that this delivery method could come to more locations soon.
This week, UCO's Women's Research Center and the BGLTQ Plus Student Center is working with the Career Development Center by hosting a Pride and Professionalism Week. Tomorrow, they will be hosting an LGBTQ plus workplace panel in the Education Building, room 115 from 5 to 7 p.m. The panel will discuss problems within the workplace for members of the LGBTQ plus community. Also tonight, the UCO Department of Fashion Marketing is hosting Red Illusion. Red Illusion is a charity fashion show. There will be raffles going on throughout the night, benefiting Young Women's Christian Association at 7 p.m. at the UCO Boathouse on Arcadia Lake. And if you can't go to the event, there is a QR code to watch the live stream from the comfort of your home. And if I'm going on the lake, I'm going to be in the water because it's hot.
It really is. A lake day does not sound
Right?
bad right now with how hot it is for this time in October.
Yes.
Stick around. Destiny Pittman will have our first look at weather when we come back.
Happy birthday! Make a wish.
Miss you guys.
Blue skies smiling at me, talking about blue skies. Do I see bluebirds singing a song, talking about blue skies? From now on.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Are you really sure this is all going to fit?
Oh, it'll fit. I got that.
All right.
When hauling anything, ensure it's secure. Losing your load is dangerous for all drivers. We want everyone to make it home safe. Help make Oklahoma safe by securing your load.
Welcome back, everybody. It was a warm day in the Edmond area, so let's see how the rest of the state is currently doing temperature-wise. Up in the Panhandle, Guyman and Woodward, both those areas are 73 degrees. The cooler parts of the state today, 74 in Clinton and then 79 in Altus. And then we're getting in the high 79s, like 70, 79, 78, all in this Oklahoma City, Ardmore, McAllister area. And then over in Idabel, it is 77 degrees. 77 up in Enid, and then 78 in Tulsa, and then 79 in Ponca City and Miami. And then moving on for tomorrow's temperatures, again, we can see a lot of 80s, a lot of 70s, so it's still going to be another warm day. It looks like that cool weather is going to be gone for a little while. 84 up in the Panhandle, 82 in Woodward, 84 in Clinton, 86 in Altus, 84 in Lawton, and then 81 in Ardmore. And then Oklahoma City, it is 80. And then moving on to the other side of the state, 77 in McAllister and Tulsa, 79 down in Idabel, 78 in Ponca City, and then 73 in Miami, another cooler part of the state for tomorrow. I know that seeing these temperatures rise up for a little while is making me a little happy because I do get to spend a little more time outside before that cold winter weather starts getting here. Emma, Mark, you guys won't be doing anything outside since this weather does look like it is warming up for a little while.
I might go for a walk outside right now.
That'd be nice.
I like the 60s and 70s because I can go to walk at any time throughout the day. But I just put all my summer clothes up, and now I'm kind of regretting that.
Yeah, I have definitely broken out the sweats and hoodies, as
Yes.
I mentioned before, and I am apparently regretting that today because I have done nothing but sweat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy out there. Definitely looking forward for those winter temperatures to return.
Yes.
Elon Musk is experimenting with new annual fees for X users.
And Will Smith released a statement regarding the Jada Pinkett Smith situation. Our very own Jules Black will have more after the break. Stay with us.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the Mass Comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, so much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Welcome back and a happy Wednesday, UCO family. I'm here to bring you your social media updates today. X, formerly known as Twitter, is testing an annual fee for some unverified accounts. The social media company announced Tuesday that it is testing a new program called Notabot. It will require new users in New Zealand and the Philippines to sign up for a $1 annual subscription to post and interact with other posts. New users can opt out of the subscription service, but they will only be able to view and interact with other posts. Existing users will not be affected as part of the test. The company said the program aims to reduce spam and bot activity on the platform while encouraging other users to buy the premium subscription. And last month, Elon Musk did hint that X could start charging all users. And speaking of premium X accounts, media personality Paris Hilton has partnered with X on a custom icon for the app. Hilton posted the new Paris Pink icon, which is available for premium users on X, along with instructions on how to use it. This partnership also hopes to boost the amount of payers for the premium subscription for the app. And also trending on X now is the hashtag ScreenPit. An X account with the same name is hoping to connect aspiring filmmakers and screenwriters to production companies with the power of social media. The hashtag serves as a bulletin board of film content. Users have to have a full script written and post a short description of their film idea with the hashtag ScreenPit. It happens 4 times a year and will last all day. And musician Alicia Keys has recently had to explain an Instagram message that's drawn some criticism. The now removed post mentions paragliding and shows her wearing green. Some people believe the post is a sign Keys supports Hamas. The group's flag is green and it used paragliders to attack Israel. Keys says the post was completely unrelated and adds she's praying for peace. An Israeli American who used to be her manager is speaking up for her. Guy Osiri says the post was not meant to be anti-Semitic. He says Keys was horrified when she learned how some interpreted it. And also in the entertainment world, Jada Pinkett Smith has been the hot topic for a while now. Pinkett is currently on a book tour after the release of her memoir, Worthy. Instagram, X, TikTok have all seen her recent statements about her husband Will and her former relationship with Tupac. Fans and non-fans have been waiting for Will Smith to respond to this situation. Well, he has finally released an official statement. Let's take a look.
I got something for you. Here's the thing. So, my opinion of the
It wasn't much of a statement, but more of a gab at audiences that he has no comments about the situation, at least not right now. And that's all I have for your social media update today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for that, Jules. And coming up on UCentral Sports, Ray Robinson has the latest on MIAA rankings for UCO's football. Let's see where the Broncos rank in the conference.
We also have a breakdown of the Thunder trade that has taken place. We'll talk the assets the Thunder has retained and more Thunder news coming up on UCentral Sports.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Ray Robinson, and this is your Wednesday Sports Update. When talking about UCO's football season, some would describe it as a struggle to find some rhythm. We've heard similar comments from Coach Durrell talking in terms of the game. We've seen numerous momentum shifts throughout numerous of games. So far, the one consistent is their rushing game, as they are ranked number 4 in rushing in the MIAA with 1,266 yards, averaging 5 yards per drive. They are ranked just below Missouri Western, who has a total of 1,325 yards. And one of the reasons for this feat is junior running back Trayvon Woolfolk. He's been a real highlight for the Broncos alongside Stephon Brown as the leading rushers for the team. He is ranked number 2 in the MIAA with an average of 90 yards a game, 633 yards total. Woolfolk is always there to count on for some yards. That effort alone will always keep UCO's offense afloat in every game. And let's just see if this effort will be enough in their next game on the road. Just another reminder here, they take on Northeastern Oklahoma in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And the season for UCO basketball is just around the corner. And what comes before the season is usually some great scrimmages. Preseason is here. And what you can expect to see from them is some new play and some players. They have a scrimmage at Hamilton Fieldhouse tonight at 6. And Paramount has announced that they are ending their 37-year program, Showtime Sports. One of the biggest valuable assets is Showtime Boxing. The ending is expected to happen at the end of the year. This comes as a shock as Showtime has been responsible for televising the biggest fights in all of boxing these last couple of years. And to address this, they said, as we evolve our strategy to more efficiently allocate resources and align our content offering across the business, we've made the difficult decision not to move forward with boxing and other content produced by Showtime's sports team. And on to some professional basketball news. The Oklahoma City Thunder has pulled off another trade. This trade where they added more picks to their treasure set of draft picks. The Thunder are acquiring Kevin Porter Jr. along with 2 future-round draft picks. The Thunder gave Victor Oladipo, who was in a recent trade from the Miami Heat, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who was injured last season, on to Houston. It's also important to note that Kevin Porter Jr. will not play for the Thunder, as he will be waived. He faces charges from an alleged assault to his girlfriend. The Thunder will still pay the remaining $16.9 million on Porter's contract. This trade alone saves Houston $5.5 million. And with yesterday's trade, that puts the Thunder at a total of 37 first and second round draft picks for the next 7 years. These picks have protections, but it's still great value to have and build something. And we're seeing the aftermath of this rebuild right now. Although it's just a preseason game, it's still an impressive win over the new Milwaukee Bucks with Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo last night, beating them 101-124. And as they wrap up their preseason tomorrow against the Detroit Pistons at the BOK Center at Tulsa at 7 p.m. Then the moment we've all been waiting for, the season opener for the Thunder. They'll be on the road to take on Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls next Wednesday on October 25th. Now, Mark and Emma, seeing all of these young guys, and then knowing that we got 37 potential draft picks on the way, it gets me very excited because, we got 22 second-round draft picks. And I just want to also point out that Nikola Jokic, reigning finals MVP and former two-time MVP, is also a second-round draft pick. So when you look at it, we have 22 opportunities to draft a two-time MVP and a finals MVP. So what do you guys think? Are y'all feeling the energy, the excitement?
All I'm saying is if we have that many potential draft picks, we better have a pretty good stinking team. That's a lot.
For sure. That's, obviously a lot of pretty high up there draft picks. I mean, any one of those can turn your franchise around. And the Thunder are already on the up and up. So any kind of help that they can get in those first rounds, which they're pretty much shooting fish in a barrel here, should be pretty easy to pick up someone that you can build a franchise around and add on to. I'm expecting the Thunder to be a dynasty coming up here soon with all that.
I've been a Thunder fan since they've been here, so I'm really excited to see this rebuild turn out something really good for us.
For sure. Well, Ray, thank you so much for that. Coming up, UCentral's Evan Sifke has the details on how one firefighter is preserving the history of a local fire department.
And our own Destiny Pittman has our last look at weather when we come back. Stay with us.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. In rural Piedmont, Oklahoma, a firefighter is preserving the history of one local fire department through its vehicles. UCentral's Evan Sifke has a story.
A shop such as this one is a common sight in rural Oklahoma. But inside this one is something of historical significance to the growing town of Piedmont, Oklahoma.
My name is Jake Logan. My relation to the two trucks that I own is actually my father is the fire chief for the city of Piedmont, as well as I volunteer for them. This is a 1966 Ford F600, and this truck served from 1966 until 2004 when it was eventually retired. So almost 40 years of service, and as you can see, it's still running and driving. Not quite fighting fire, but it's still a pretty reliable piece of equipment. And this was the first truck bought by the city of Piedmont. That kind of started my chase to the big historical elements of the Piedmont Fire Department. And so this was the first new one. I wanted to find the first kind of custom truck. And so that began my chase for the Boardman.
And you heard Jake correctly when he said he was the owner of 2 trucks.
This is a 1985 Ford C800. This was a first of a kind for the fire department, as it was the first real fire truck per se. First one with a pump like this, with all of your levers and whatnot. This kind of gave the real ability to fight an actual, say a house fire or something like that. I've always been involved in the fire service, had an affection for it, and in recent years I've come to enjoy the historical side of it, and with my other love of automotive mechanics and vehicles and things like that, buying these old trucks was the perfect way to mesh those two together, and it's something that I enjoy, and it keeps the history alive. And the older firefighters and the younger kids, they both love it, so it's a really fun and nice thing to do.
This has been Evan Sifke reporting from Piedmont, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Evan. The UCO Central Pantry is continuing to host a food drive through October 31st to tackle food insecurity within the UCO community. The Central Pantry is hosting a farmers market from tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Blue Tent at Bronco Lake. And I know for this weather, it's going to be kind of hot. It'll be at 10 o'clock, it'll be kind of nice and chilly, but then by 1 o'clock, it's most likely you're going to need shorts.
Yeah, last night was a bit of a colder one, like we said. Our UCentral team has a intramural game that goes on, and we were playing volleyball, and the sand was cold, so
really?
Hopefully, today it's going to be better, but we'll see. So, Destiny, we're going to get one more last look at weather. What can we expect for the rest of the week?
Yes, we can see that the rest of this week is going to be very nice. On Thursday, tomorrow, 78. It's going to be a nice warm day. Sun all across the week up until Tuesday. 83 on Friday, 83 on Saturday, and then 82 on Sunday and Monday both. But then as we see next week, it looks like we will be cooling down a bit, and there's going to be some rain, a 20% chance of that rain, with a high of 76 and then a low of 74. And then a fun fact for today for the weather, about 2,000 thunderstorms are raining on Earth each minute. That is all I have for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Destiny, for that. And in other news, an Oklahoma-based movie will soon be coming to a place near you. Leonardo DiCaprio stars in a Martin Scorsese's last film based on a true story.
Whose land is this? My land.
Martin Scorsese brings Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio together in Killers of the Flower Moon, based on a true story.
They outsmarted everybody. They have the say. Who gets the oil?
The film follows the murders of Osage tribe members in the 1920s, featuring the tribe's descendants prominently in the production.
Without them, you couldn't make the picture. I mean, they were not only behind the camera, but in front of the camera, and both very often at the same time, back and forth.
The Osage, their time is over. We got to take back control of our home. I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
The funny thing was that the families we're talking about in the movie, the people acting, the Osage acting in it, they're members of those families on both sides.
We have so many deaths, we've lost count. It's just bad luck. Seems more like an epidemic than bad luck to me.
I had to relearn the whole Osage language, what they did in the film, too. They put it together, and now the younger people of the Osage are getting interested in their rituals, and so we think that somehow they're going back and finally reconstructing themselves, and maybe as an example for other indigenous groups too.
Osage is dying by the enemy. Do not let them die alone.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, that is an Oklahoma movie that I know I want to watch. We talked about it a little bit on Monday. Just it being filmed in Oklahoma, that's enough to get me into the theaters to see that one.
Absolutely. It looks so good. My dad and I have been waiting for this forever. Like my whole family and I, we've been waiting. We're not far from the Osage County where I'm from. So we're really excited to see how this goes.
It'll be definitely really something to keep an eye out on, see how it does in the box office, how it compares to other movies, especially those that have been filmed here in Oklahoma. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Well, that is unfortunately all the time that we have today here at UCentral. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mark Lowe.
And I'm Emma Birch. Have a good night.